Most people think it's all about the winning. When you're on a roll and in flow, that's easy. The other side of that coin is ones of setback and self-discovery and getting to understand the bones of the group again. And that for me is the interesting part. My name is Alex Sanderson. I am Director of Rugby at Sale Sharks. I think it starts with yourself in terms of this drive for continuous improvement. You have to set that example in terms of striving to be better, I guess, daily. It's about having people around you that keep you humble and giving yourself those kind of manageable, achievable goals on a weekly, daily basis. Being able to measure those kind of improvements so you can look back over a period of time and see where you've grown or you've shrunk. Everyone's different. People, depending on their age, where they are in their kind of psychological development, because we have lads who are 17 to grown men with families who are 39 is the oldest player we have here. You can't treat those two people the same. You have to give them what you need as a coach or a friend or a mentor or a peer. For the most part, if you can, non-directional questions, active listening, and if they're lacking that self-awareness, unsure of where they're at, then it has to be a bit more explicit, a bit more directive. I think rapport is probably the most crucial aspect to coaching, leading. Relationship you have with a player, the trust, respect, your ability to communicate honestly. Decrease the social desirability, the need for you to say something because you think someone else wants to hear it. Increase the levels of psychological safety, where you say things because you actually mean them and you feel it. In every facet, not just in team meetings, like around the building. Leaders, for me, are ones that lead by example first and foremost. Players that epitomise your mentality as much as they do your game plan. They have the ability to put themselves out there in group settings, not to be ridiculed, but to be challenged and be able to accept that challenge. Everyone's kind of on a level playing field in terms of how high they jump, what they eat, what they do in the gym. Sport at the elite level comes down to the top 2 inches. You know, your attitude, your energy, your mentality. And yet so little of the training week is devoted to the top 2 inches. It's very difficult to measure these intangibles, which have such an impact on performance. If I can go for a walk or something like that, just get a wide view in front of you, get into a bit of nature with people that you cherish, and that's probably the best remedy for any stress I can advise. So the first thing we do is a hot debrief. It's a military term. It's how people feel, how it went, how they feel it went on. Because generally speaking, how they felt, although it's never wrong, because that's how you felt inside, doesn't always line up with the reality of what it looks like through analysis. But certainly getting a feel from the group, because then you can at least gauge how far away you are from reality or whether you're just fooling yourself. Then, post-hot debrief, analysis, as much as you can devoid of emotion. We have KPIs for that, around 30, from around 200 different metrics that we measure, and thresholds within that, which we traffic light code. We get the players' point of view, the leaders, first and foremost, and if necessary, the group by ways of kind of self-awareness. And if we need to, we'll put our own opinion across to the players. If there's a disparity between that, then we'll put our own opinion across. If we find that we're not getting the fixes that we want and we're not getting the improvements that we've identified, then it requires a little bit more of an in-depth analysis and conversation and reframing of where we're at as a group. The way I want to run an organisation or a team is from within, internally motivated, internally driven. Yet still, if I convey to them what my values are, what I'm driving for me personally, it has its influence and effect on the group. So I think it's important that I am open in terms of what I'm about, but as a group, the type of team I want to be, that's different. Everyone has individual purposes and have slightly different values. And I think these are set quite early on in your life, if I'm honest. How you're able to align yourself with what the group wants, but using your purpose as a means to be who you want to be collectively. That's the kind of art of coaching for me. It's identifying that they're all individuals, but what is their motivators driving them to do for the group? And that's that common identification of who we want to be and coming back to that. I'm privileged to be able to have an influence on a great number of players' lives, people's lives, for the better, I hope.